We're back playing BattleTech, A New Beginning. That's this current running series. I'm still waiting for recommendations on how to update or a company name to update to, so please post with any suggestions you'd like to see. I think it is time for our next priority mission, which it is First Strike. We're going to travel to Weldry. Um, I'd like to take some of these on, but I did say we are going to prioritize priority missions. And I think we did our allotted +1 since it's triggered. So we're gonna head to Weldry. Um, as we head there, I just want to check. We don't have. We do have an AC5, so it's still very long. Not extreme, but very long. 45 damage. Just gonna do a little experimenting here. AC5 ammo, 15 rounds, and then alright. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw on the AC5. So this gives us 15 rounds, which is pretty good. And then we're going to add in an LRM5 and heat sink. Well, actually, we could actually take some heat sinks. And see if we can put in 2 jump jets just to do some. We're still making this a long range mech, and then we will throw in some heat sinks here. With the AC5, we just want to. So AC5 suffer from recoil effects from continuous fire. So we just have to watch that. Making this guy still long range, but giving him a little more oomph. So we're going to continue to travel to Weldry. The only other thing I want to do here is check out our
Ready for orders.
mech warriors. We're going to save her sensor lock.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, keep heading there. So this is priority mission First Strike. We're gonna keep going. So we did ratchet up the difficulty. We do have 5 pieces of salvage instead of 8. But one of the self-imposed restrictions are we're only going to do one mission above or after a priority mission triggers. So right now we should be okay, but in the later ones that's going to be very difficult because we're going to be under geared for later missions. So it's going to add an extra level of difficulty. This is Iron Man mode, so we very well might fail. It's a risk we will take. Whoops, I thought I clicked. Alright, medical expenses. In the morning briefing, Darius pulls up an inventory spreadsheet on the Leopard's view screen. We're running a little late on medical supplies. Medipatch, trauma packs, a few other things. It isn't critical yet, but I'll feel better when we're all stocked. Why do we keep patching our supplies in dribs and drabs? Can't we get some kind of bulk discount and get ahead of the problem? Gods know we'll end up using them, and maybe the doctors can speed up our recovery times for a while. So extra supplies to boost medical efficiency, plus 2 medical points, 30 days. I guess that was kind of pointless. Everyone's sealed up. But I didn't want to impact or suffer from negative negative morale.
Job's done, Commander.
Alright. One thing we could have done on the Centurion is take off a heat sink or two, and then added some armor. But we made him more of a sniping variant for now until we can get an AC 10, which packs a much heavier punch. Once we get an AC 10, I think it's kind of a throw some SRMs, maximize armor, and he'll be a brawling mech. Kind of run him in, do massive damage. With the AC 10, we would, fire, take it off, just fire missiles or a laser to, because that recoil penalty can add up and really make it difficult to find your target. Alright, so we lost high spirits on Decker and Behemoth. That's okay. And finally, we've arrived. We're going to proceed. First strike in orbit, Weldry. Madeira, Weldry, one of the most notorious hellholes in the Oregon Reach. Everything about this place is hostile to human life, and for the past 3 years, Espinosa has used it as a dumping ground for his political enemies. The Directorate has a prison complex on the planet's surface. The inmates call it the Icebox. So we see an image. It has a solid heavy walls that you've come to associate with Tyrant architecture. It's a holding facility for political prisoners, including high-valued hostages, members of the founding families, spouses, sons, daughters. If we liberate the prison and set them free, we break Espinosa's leverage over the founding houses. The political map will change overnight. Excuse me. We don't know what the Directorate has been doing to our people in there, but we have to set them free. Not just for political gain, but because there are people. And we need your help to do it. Alright. So what makes Weldry so inhospitable? Everything, from the sub-zero climate to the inedible vegetation. The whole planet is infested with blood-sucking insects. The swarms can stretch for miles. You're shitting me. I'm afraid not. They're called Branson's mosquitoes. Imagine a colonial biting fly the size of your thumb. They serve as carriers of harmful bacteria. And you're dropping infantry in there on purpose? The army will be safe. Population centers like the Icebox use ultrasonics to keep the swarms at bay. But I thank you for your concern. Alright. Aren't there supposed to be powerless figureheads? There are different kinds of power, Shadowcoast. The founding houses may be anemic in terms of martial strength, but their words still carry weight in the Oregon Reach. If they rally behind us, the people who love them will follow. Governments have been toppled with less. Alright, what do you need us for? Subtle, decisive action. I will lead the army in an all-out assault on the Directorate's primary spaceport. After I draw their attention, you will sneak in, attack the Icebox, and liberate it. We'll set my uncle's hostages free and put the founding families in our debt, all in one fell swoop. Alright, our lance is ready to drop. I'll remain in radio contact with you after we hit the ground. Good hunting, Shadowcoast. Give my uncle's troops the hell that they've earned. After the Directorate presence on the planet has been crushed and the Icebox has been liberated, we'll regroup to celebrate our victory. Sounds like a plan. We'll keep Decker. We're gonna put Glitch. Yeah, we're gonna pick our heavier lance here. Yeah, I know that the Centurion is not the kind of way I'd like to set up a Centurion. Alright, this is it. Our first strike against my uncle's Directorate. Our first step towards justice. While I lead the Restoration Army against Weldry's primary spaceport, you will launch a sneak attack against the Icebox and liberate it. I know that you can do this, Shadowcoast. We can do this. Together. So fight your way to the Icebox prison camp, destroy all Directorate forces, liberate the Icebox from Directorate control.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, there are 2 entrances to the complex, Commander. Intel says that each is defended by a series of elevated turrets. Also seeing an LRM emplacement between the two checkpoints. Battlemech defenses should be particularly nil as predicted. Lady Arano's preemptive strike has already drawn the prison's standard garrison away. I'm seeing heavy vehicles and turrets on my screen, nothing you can't handle. Clear away the opposition and capture the prison. Lady Arano and the Restoration Army will take care of the rest. Good hunting, Commander. Alright, so turret generator, prison gate, turret generators. So we are going to move over here.
Got it. Standing by. Roger that.
I've got a sensor tree.
Alright, I am glad I put jump jets on the Centurion.
Receiving you.
Move them up here.
Firing.
Let's see. Let's take this turret generator out.
Target building destroyed.
Waiting on you, Commander. On my way. Here we go.
Alright.
Waiting for orders. Aye, aye.
Make sure we're turning all this stuff on. So I'm just saving our ammo and other stuff. Alright, so
What can I do for you?
we're turning this all on so I don't forget about it,
Commander.
because I guarantee you that I
Waiting
will.
for orders.
Alright, we're gonna kind of jump here.
Time to
This is the Warden. We have an intruder alert. All combat units, prepare to repel hostile.
Alright.
Affirmative.
So I think there are turrets on this thing. So we kind of want to, we do want to take out their turret generators. We also want to be cognizant of what we're exposing ourselves to from a vehicle perspective.
good to go.
So Behemoth.
Here we
We're gonna focus on this guy, take him out. He can see us. I'm gonna save some of my SRM2s.
I've been censored.
Ah, crap. We've been sensor
go.
locked.
Move order received.
We have a lot of missiles, so we're fine. We did take a hit.
Damage is light. I hear ya. Ready, set,
So we're in range of sensor locks.
you get a headshot, and you get a headshot.
Oh, did that not hit the front? so we have the prison gates, which we can take out. Oops. Alright, hopefully one of those. There we go.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Oof. You have a lot of turrets. We want to limit damage because we will be fighting later.
Commander.
So we are going to
On my way.
move back here.
Affirmative.
Oh, 14, I should have looked. Scorpion coming in. Alright, so the way we're going to handle this.
Waiting for orders. Got it.
Glitch is going to take this guy out. Are you kidding me? Alright, so this is not good.
I may need some more time in the simulator.
Yep, definitely.
Yes, Commander. Firing jump jet.
So we're gonna focus this guy down. Alright, thank you, Decker. And then,
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
yeah, that was overkill.
Engaging jump jets.
We are not gonna screw around. Okay. We wanted to make him use a sensor lock and limit the number of enemies that can shoot at us. Like this guy, well, shoot, he just rolled into
Warning.
son
Enemy
of a
sensor
gun.
lock detected.
Son of a gun.
Warning. Armor
Okay.
low.
Now it's on.
Alright, so we're gonna move Behemoth up
Firing
here.
jump jet.
And 16 left. So we're gonna try to stay behind Behemoth.
Good to go. No sweat.
I'm gonna actually put you in cover. Focus that. You know, well, yeah, we're gonna
Got it.
come on, guys. So the AC2s, even though they have a refire penalty, are still the highest.
Engaging target.
And of course they missed even though they have 75%.
No damage detected.
Waiting for orders. Acknowledged.
I'm gonna save the recoil. I'm also trying to save some of the AC5 ammo.
Reporting. One less vehicle.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Alright, they're beating up Shadowcoast. We already took damage to the leg. We need to be careful about.
Armor breached. Internal damage.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so we're putting Behemoth up front and center.
Roger that.
Alright. Alright, just fire on the turret. I'm not sure which one's which, but we still have a refire rate, but 85% seems pretty good.
Target building destroyed.
Alright, so I must have took out some sort of turret.
What's up, boss?
I would have expected that at least.
On the move. Taking the shot.
We missed. 80% chance. I feel like there is some trolling going on.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Right, that's okay. They're taking the Centurion. By the way, we are in a tundra biome, so
What's
we
up,
can
boss?
see increase the heat sinking by 15%.
What can I do for you?
Alright, please don't miss. 85% chance. Nice. Took another one out. Alright, so that took that tower out. This guy's coming in. Taking some shots at
Not much armor left in that location.
Decker.
Standing by.
Alright, it's okay. We do not have any refire penalty. Gonna save on the LRM. Okay, took out the last tank. Now we just have to take out these
Destroyed.
generators.
Engaging jump
So we are going to use some resolve here, just to increase the
engaging target.
probability of hitting. So we took out another one.
Target building destroyed.
Ah, there's one more turret left. You do have a refire penalty, but again, 80% is pretty good.
Locked on target.
Alright. Nice. So that should be the last turret,
Flatten that one.
which it looks like it is. It just exploded. We have a prison gate
You betcha.
in our way, so we'll take that out. Enemy contact. Where is the enemy? I think is the enemy contact the gate? Enemy contact, I think, is the gate.
Location confirmed.
So
Target
we're just going to
confirmed.
use lasers. We missed the gate somehow.
That didn't hit.
That
Waiting
is,
on you, Commander.
that's pretty embarrassing, actually.
I leap. I soar.
Saving ammo. Whoa. Right through Behemoth.
Engaging jump jets.
Alright, Shadowcoast is gonna
Target.
take out the gate with a bunch of lasers.
Target building.
It's running pretty
destroyed.
hot, so
Good to go.
we want to make sure that
I copy. Got it.
take a minute to regroup and bleed off some heat.
Moving out.
Excellent work, Commander. The prison is ours. All director personnel to action stations. God damn it, this is not a drill. Looks like we got more company. I'm seeing heat signatures coming online in the prison mech bay. The ward must have held a lance in reserve.
Sit tight, Commander.
Oh,
Lady
snap.
Urano is aware of the situation. Reinforcements are on the way.
Great. I think we can use some reinforcements. Jaeger and mech. So they do have 4. It's a heavy mech. Alright, so
Waiting for orders.
they're kind of in shoddy repair.
Move
We're
orders.
gonna kind of move here. And pummel them. Centurion. Oof. Vindy can take a hit. Moving Shadowcoast back here. We're using this as like a line of sight. Wow. Okay, is that a trebuchet? I think that is probably.
Good to go. I read you, Commander. Moving out. Vessel delivery.
So we're just kind of pummeling the Jenner.
Receiving you. Moving out.
For the Oregon people! I'm not sure what just happened. Lady Urano is entering the fray. In her Kintaro, she's hitting them from the side. So we do have some flanking action going. I think. Ooh. Ow. Ow. The Vindicator just took a serious hit. So power the AC-10, or, well, what is that guy have? So that was kind of dumb, guys. I shouldn't have tried to hide. I should have moved forward. Oof. So they are beating up on the Vindicator. So we're bringing the Vindicator back. And we're going to move our Centurion and our Shadowhawk up. Leave me alone.
Commander.
Alright, so what's the bigger threat? Yeah. AC-10. AC-10 is the biggest threat. By and far, biggest threat. So we're gonna vigilance. Everyone's gonna be behind
Giving him everything I've got.
behind Behemoth. So we're gonna keep moving Behemoth up. She's gonna be our kind of main.
Barely hit, Commander.
Orders.
And we're just jumping to get a little more extra oomph.
On it.
Alright, so we took out the LRM-10, but we did not
Target's taking a critical
we
hit.
did not take out the AC-10. Shadowcoast is technically behind, so We're gonna go for taking them down. Come on, one of them's gotta hit the center. Oh, that is so frustrating.
Waiting for orders. Right, Commander.
Alright, so
Got it.
we missed, but I think we connected with the medium laser. Come on, just one of them. Thank you.
Order, damn you! We can't let this prison
Whew. Alright, that AC-10 was a concern. So now the two AC-5s. So the Jaeger mech, which is the glass cannon, massive damage. Oof. Ow.
You can
The
see me,
Vindy's
I
taking a
still have armor.
major hit.
Move order received.
We're moving Behemoth up in the fray. We're trying to focus on the most scary weapons. Come on, Kamea. Gotta get in there. We're gonna move Glitch back.
Dang it!
Ow. Ow.
I lost a weapon.
That is an expensive repair, guys. It's like a month. Tough. Lost our PPC,
Commander?
so we're getting the heck out of here. Screw this. We're putting as much distance between us. Alright, we're going for maximum evasion.
All weapons committed.
How? Ah, 3, that's so frustrating.
Location confirmed.
Alright, we're still firing the missiles. Just trying to do as much damage to this guy as possible.
Critical hit, Commander.
Taking out some decent weapons. We're gonna start trying to flank behind. Looks like they're beating up on Shadowcoast. We need Shadowcoast in there. He's our damage dealer. Alright, so the plan now is... Oh, shoot, he flanked us. Ow. We're
Reporting
gonna
internal
flank.
damage. Ready for orders.
Alright.
I copy.
Gonna try to take out that AC-5.
Roger.
Alright, so we knocked him down. CT destroyed. We're gonna try to salvage him a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, can go for
Pressure damage.
Decker's injured too. Alright, so we want to take the AC-2s off anyways.
Targeting mirror armor.
was hoping to get something.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Good to go. Got it.
Let's see if we can, no.
Right, Commander.
I mean, any damage is better than no damage. So,
Waiting for orders. Acknowledged.
there we go. I wanted to take out the Jenner because
Might be some good salvage.
Jenner was more mobile and I didn't want him to run out and hit glitch. I was a little concerned about that. Trebuchet's overheating, so I think it's just going to use a laser or a missile. Or knock Shadowcoast down. Man, we're taking a lot of damage.
Stability lost.
Oof, and the injury. So this is going to be a long repair time, guys. But we knew that going in.
Coordinates received.
I mean, normally I'd take that off. We're just gonna hammer this guy.
Waiting for orders. Right, Commander.
As long as he can't see glitch, we just don't want her to get cored.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Decker. Big money shot here. Come on, this.
Battle mech operational.
Alright. One sec, guys. Alright, mouse was acting up.
Leg damaged. Speed reduced.
Alright, so stood up.
Engaging target.
Got the leg. Great. So now we can kind of beat up on him. Kamea can come in and output some decent damage. That'd be fantastic. Or she can hit him with some LRMs.
Orders. Firing. That hit something good. Commander?
Let's keep beating up on the torsos.
Engaging target.
Alright.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Well,
Standing by. Firing
I
all
think,
weapons.
yeah, we're gonna CT him. Let's hoping to do a little better on salvage, but it is what it is. We already took a lot of damage. The prison is ours. Thanks for the assist, Lady Arano. I'll have Sumayer bring us down for the victory. There will be no celebrating, not after what I saw out there. Gods, Darius, the things the Directorate has done to these people. Kamea, I need you to meet me in the prison hospital right now. What is it? Better that you see for yourself, and Kamea, prepare yourself. This isn't going to be easy.
Mission successful.
Alright, 1.7 million. Oof. That is tough. It's all tough. Tough all around. Yeah, we want a Trebuchet, Jaeger, Centurion. Ooh, AC-10. AC 10. Alright. I'm going to put an AC 10 and make that Centurion more of a brawler. Going to be epic.
By the time our forces found him, it was too late. I'm sorry, Kamea. He was here all this time. Rashu.
The Arana Restoration, the Icebox, Weldry. Kamea, I'm so sorry. I know how much Mastiff meant to you. He was a friend and mentor to us both. He was more than that. The old man was like a second father to me, and my uncle condemned him to waste away on this rock. To die, wretched and broken in agony. I knew Raju longer than either of you. I'll avenge him. I promise you that. We'll avenge him together. There's no coming back from what I've witnessed here today. What they've done here is monstrous. It's inhuman. Our intel was wrong, Alexander. That Icebox isn't a prison. It's a meat grinder. God, my own family is behind this. And what's left of mine has chosen to look the other way. It isn't an easy thing to wrap your head around, but try to remain focused. We've just liberated your directorate's hostages. With a single blow, you've shattered your uncle's hold on the founding houses. The prisoners that you've set free are already calling you the Sword of Restoration. We need to spread this message all the way to Cormadir, to galvanize your supporters and weaken Espinosa's popularity there. Alright, I like the sound of that. It won't be an easy process. For the last 3 years, those who love House Rano have been keeping their heads down. We won't break them of that overnight. In truth, an appreciable percentage of Cormadir's population supports Director Espinosa. In centralizing power, he improved the quality of life on the throne world considerably, and people will forgive a great deal for security and comfort. With our victory in Weldry, we've all seen what happened to those who would not be bought or indoctrinated, those who refused to kneel before a tyrant. We know what became of the people who were made to disappear, and soon enough the entire Reach will know it too. The momentum is on our side, Kamea. We need to take advantage of it. You're right, this isn't time for hand-wringing, but Alexander, you didn't see what I saw out there. On the other end of the battlefield, the work crews, all hunched and broken, the graveyards, great fields of unmarked burial plots that stretched as far as the eye could see. Every time I blink, I see it, the misery that was allowed to fester here. Back before we met, I traveled with a merchant caravan. Saw a lot of horrible things too, but nothing like this. This place, the things my uncle sanctioned here, will tarnish your Regan Reach forever. We used to be better than this. This place is going to stay with these people for the rest of their lives. I'll do anything to be able to spare them that hurt, but I can't. Word of advice from an old veteran, Lady Arano. Focus on something you can do. Give us an order. Tell us to blow something up. Shit, use your imagination. The key is, you do something, and you move on. Thank you, Chief Vertanen. You have a good crew, Shadowcoast. I have a new assignment for you in a reward for your service. The Argo appears. For decades, the wrecked site of the Argo is one of my father's closest held secrets. When I sent you to retrieve her, I meant for her to serve as a symbolic purpose, a sign of rebirth and renewal, emblazoned with the Arano cormorant for all to see. I was naive. This is a time for action, not symbols, and so, Shadowcoast, I have decided that she will be yours to command. The Argo will serve as your new home, and she will fly your mercenary banner. Lord Madeira will join you to act as my liaison. In return, you will grow stronger, sharper, more flexible. You will hone your company to a razor's edge, one that I will hold to the Directorate's throat. Congratulations, you got yourself a navy. If that's settled, then please, Kamea, go back to the triage tent and get your wounds looked at. The conditions here are beyond unsanitary, and you'll be of no use to anyone if you're dying of some exotic infection. Our people can tend to the wounded. We need you strong for the fight ahead. I will, Alexander, but not just yet. Assemble our people in the courtyard. There's something that I need to say.
People of the Oregon Reach, I am Kamea Arano, and I have failed you. For 3 long years, Director Espinosa has imprisoned and starved and murdered our people. And where was I? Hiding in a palace, light years away, building support, planning. While the Directorate's secret police turned neighbor against neighbor, made your loved ones disappear, conscripted your children. I wasn't here. I didn't know. The crimes that I have witnessed here today are unforgivable. No doubt, Director Espinosa believes that the ends justify the means, that the Oregon Reach has been made strong. Well, I say that strength built on fear is brittle. The Directorate is a paper tiger, and I declare this restoration today to rally the true strength of our people, our resilience, and our freedom. Let Weldry be a call to arms. Join us, and together we will liberate the founding houses and retake Cormadir. Not because it is my birthright, but because the Directorate's crimes against you, the Oregon people, will no longer be tolerated. That is what I fight for, and I vow to fight for your freedoms to my dying breath.
Alright, we got ourselves the Argo, guys. Have ship will travel. Hello again, my mercenary friends. Before you officially take possession of the Argo, I wanted to introduce myself in person. We never really got a chance to meet properly on Axelis. So, hi, I'm Dr. Farah Murad, or just Farrar, if you prefer. It's nice to meet you all face to face. Yeah, Doc, you too. I'm going to call you Doc, by the way. You should probably go ahead and get used to it. It was impressive work you did, getting the Argo flying. Between you and me, I had my doubts. Honestly, I did too. You should have seen what the Argo's interior looked like after a couple 100 years of pirate occupation. Actually, I take that back. If you'd seen what I saw, you would never want to set foot inside. Take it from me, the ship has been deloused from bow to stern, and every meter of her has been hosed down with industrial-grade and disinfectant. This ship is clean enough to eat off of. I swear it. I'm sure we'll all appreciate it. I'm pleased to hear it, and I'm glad we're getting off on the right foot. It isn't every day that you get introduced to your new crewmates to the ship you've just rebuilt. Do you know something we don't? To Lady Arana not say, I'm coming with you. You'll need me if anything goes wrong with the ship. Not that it will, mind you, but you know, just in case. Oh, and Darius, I'm sorry about all the shouting back on Axelis. As it turns out, getting shot out by pirates puts me on edge. No hard feelings? None at all. Keep this beast flying, and you can yell at me as much as you want. Hell, I'm used to it. Welcome to the family. You too, Lord Murdera. I never imagined we'll be working together, but I'm glad to have the opportunity. So am I, Mr. Oliveira. Over the years of your exile, Lady Arano told me a great deal about you and your company. All of it good. Even before the events of the coup, she knew about Marca marauders. Your assistance in her father's Fajald campaign did not go unnoticed. But I want to see my new ship. Of course, I'm going to skip through this, guys. Exciting to describe it. I'd rather get in a fist fight with an Atlas. I'm right there with you, boss. Alright. So, one sec. Alright, so the Argo is a considerable upgrade to the Leopard. One thing that you guys will orient to is Doc in here we can actually have upgrades to the Argo, and we're gonna start with power systems, which I recommend. The way we're gonna go with this is we're gonna keep queuing up the cheapest possible options, and try to consistently upgrade pretty quickly. We're gonna jump to the mech bay here. We can upgrade more stuff. We're going to, let's see, we're gonna repair this, which is the cheapest one. We're gonna refit this guy. So because we lost the leg and some jump jets, we have to actually go in and click on what we're repairing. I always recommend you click this yellow repair all once you replace everything, just in case, to replace all the armor, and double check to make sure you're full up on tons. Your tonnage is fully kitted out, because you might have forgot to add a heat sink or a jump jet or something. So that's 7 days, and this one is going to hurt. So we need to replace, repair. We're going to repair all. In the bottom left here, you can see all this stuff that we lost. Now we are gonna check store. Store not have any lasers. It does not. So we're gonna wait to repair this guy. If we look at the tasks, we have about 11 days.
Quite a step up from the Leopard.
Let's take a look at this. Holy smokes.
This Argo is a hell of a ship.
So we're jumping up in difficulty here, which is fine. We can run some of these. I don't think we're ready for a 3 skull mission, but I do think we want to take on some of these. So we want this too. We really kind of want our Vindicator. We're gonna have to make do with a bad situation. So repair all. We're gonna put a large laser in there, and a medium laser. Or should we put 2 large lasers? The heat efficiency drops off pretty dramatically. So maybe we do a medium laser, medium laser, medium laser, and you know what? I think we'll go with some heat sinks. So that's 23 days.
I'll let you know when that's done.
All right, so we're gonna wait 11 days. We definitely need the blackjack up and running, and we're gonna need Shadowcoast. So we have 4 mech warriors. Check the hiring hall. Ooh, Kickstarter backer, but we're gonna really look for Ronins here. The store kind of sucks. I didn't see anything. And now that I mention it, I did say that, where's the Centurion? We're gonna stop work on here. Gonna refit. So we're gonna repair. So 4 days to strip. AC 10. How much AC 10 ammo can we carry? So we want 2 rounds of ammo. And then what did I say here? SRM. Oof. Oof. Maybe I forgo the jump jets. I think I'm gonna have to forgo the jump jets. You just have such bad recoil. What is this baseline? AC10 LRM10. I could see that. But we are going brawler, so yeah, we're gonna forgo a heat sink. 75, 90, 90, 110, 50. Alright, so making it a little tankier.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
We're gonna wait 17 days. But we're gonna do that in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch us in the next one.